Deep inside a quiet workshop, a violin maker named Takumi sat beneath a single window. In front of him was a piece of unfinished wood. It didn't look like a violin. There were no strings, no polished surface, no beautiful sound. Only wood, waiting. Takumi picked up his tools. He didn't rush. He measured the wood, made one careful cut, then another. He knew something most people forgot. Excellence cannot be forced into existence overnight. It is created by small decisions, repeated with patience. Most people try to build good habits by relying on willpower. They tell themselves, "I'll be more disciplined. I'll stop checking my phone. I'll eat healthier. I'll exercise every morning." But willpower changes from day to day. Some mornings you're motivated. Other mornings, you aren't. So what if you stopped trying to make yourself stronger, and instead made the right behavior easier to follow? What if your environment could almost make the good habit inevitable, and make the bad habit difficult to perform? Because sometimes, the smartest way to change your behavior is to remove the need for a decision. Welcome to Gravitas Hub, where powerful books, timeless philosophy, and deep ideas are transformed into stories that help you think better, live wiser, and grow stronger. Now let's begin. Takumi had spent decades making violins. One afternoon, a young apprentice named Shun entered his workshop. Shun was talented, but impatient. He wanted to create beautiful instruments immediately. He would begin working, then become distracted. He would practice, then skip a day. He would promise to improve, then return to his old routine. One evening, Shun complained, "I know what I should do. Why can't I simply make myself do it?" Takumi placed his tools on the table. Then he asked, "Why should you have to fight yourself every day?" Shun looked confused. Takumi continued, "If you want to work, make your tools ready before you arrive. If you want to practice, keep the violin where you can see it. If you want to avoid distraction, remove the distraction." Then he said something Shun never forgot. Don't build a life that requires constant resistance. The environment around you can make habits easier or harder. If your phone is beside your bed, checking it requires almost no effort. If your running shoes are hidden in a cupboard, exercise requires another decision. If unhealthy food is always within reach, eating it becomes easy. Your surroundings are constantly influencing your behavior. So instead of asking, "How can I become more disciplined?" ask, "How can I make the right behavior easier?" That small change in thinking can change everything. Shun began changing his workshop. Every evening, he prepared his tools for the next morning. He placed the wood on the workbench. He kept his violin where he could see it. He removed anything unnecessary from his workspace. When morning came, he didn't need to decide whether to begin. The decision had already been made. The environment was waiting for him. And slowly, practice became automatic. This is the power of preparation. You can do the same. Want to exercise? Lay out your clothes the night before. Want to read? Keep the book on your pillow. Want to eat healthier? Prepare healthy food before you're hungry. Want to work without distraction? Keep your phone in another room. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Prepare the environment that creates it. But Takumi taught Shun something else. Making good habits easier is only half the battle. You can also make bad habits harder. If you waste hours on your phone, remove distracting apps. Log out. Put the phone somewhere inconvenient. If you spend too much money, don't save your payment details everywhere. If you constantly snack, don't keep tempting food beside you. The goal isn't to become a person who constantly says no. The goal is to create a world where saying a no becomes easier. Because the temptation isn't constantly in front of you. Sometimes, discipline means designing your life so you need less of it. One day, Shun placed his phone on the workbench. He knew he shouldn't use it while working. So Takumi simply pointed toward a wooden drawer. Put it there. Shun hesitated. But what if I need it? Takumi smiled. Then you'll have to stand up and get it. That tiny inconvenience was enough. Shun stopped checking it every few minutes. He didn't become more disciplined overnight. He simply added friction between himself and the habit he wanted to avoid. And that friction mattered. Because when a bad habit becomes inconvenient, you become less likely to repeat it. Months passed. Shun's hands became steadier. His work became cleaner. His attention became stronger. One evening, he finally completed his first violin. He lifted it carefully, placed the strings, and played the first note. The sound filled the workshop. It wasn't perfect, but it was beautiful. Takumi listened quietly, then smiled. Shun looked at him. Was it patience? Takumi shook his head. It was consistency. Then he pointed toward the workshop. Patience simply gave consistency enough time to work. Look at your own life. Don't ask only, what habits do I need to build? Ask, what environment would make those habits almost unavoidable? Then ask, what can I remove that makes my bad habits too easy? Because your environment is not decoration. It is a silent system. And systems shape behavior. You don't need to rely on motivation every morning. You can prepare tonight for the person you want to be tomorrow. Years later, Takumi's workshop was filled with instruments. Each one looked different, but everyone had been shaped the same way. One careful decision at a time. Shun finally understood the lesson. Excellence wasn't created by forcing himself to work harder every day. It was created by building a life where the right actions were easier to repeat. He had stopped fighting his habits. He had started designing them. And that changed everything. Because sometimes, the strongest form of discipline isn't having more willpower. It's needing less of it. The 14th chapter of Atomic Habits teaches us something powerful. Don't rely entirely on willpower. Design your environment. Make good habits obvious and convenient. Make bad habits difficult and inconvenient. Prepare in advance. Remove temptation. Create systems that guide you toward the person you want to become. Because when the right choice becomes the easiest choice, you don't have to fight yourself every day. You simply follow the path you've created. And with enough patience, small actions become excellence. But now, there's one question left. What makes us continue a habit? Why do we repeat something again and again? The answer isn't simply discipline. It's something much more powerful. The feeling we get after we do it. In the next chapter, we'll discover why behaviors that feel rewarding are repeated, and why making good habits satisfying can change everything. If this story gave you a new perspective, like this video, subscribe to Gravitas Hub, and turn on the notifications bell so you never miss the next story. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, don't make discipline harder. Make the right choice easier.